Right, well, today is tax day. We got a few extra days, and I know I took advantage of them because I will be going to the mailbox today. But for many people, they are still scrambling today to get things under control and get those taxes filed. So we have some help. We have a tax person joining us. Mark Stever is the Chief Tax Officer for Jackson Hewitt, and a very busy day, so I appreciate you coming in because I bet you and your people are going to be working all throughout the day.
And for the next couple days. But today's the important day.
Exactly. So let's analyze. It's 6 a.m. I know that my taxes aren't done yet, and I'm scrambling. Do I have to get something done today?
You absolutely do, or you run the risk of late filing penalty, late payment penalty, a whole bunch of penalties. So my first advice to folks who think I'll just wait till the summer, file today if you can. File an extension if you can't. You got to hit something in the mail, you got to get something electronic today, or penalties start.
They have to know that you're aware that something has to be happening.
And pay if you can. But if you can't pay, there are lots of options. There are installment agreements available with the IRS. You can put it on a credit card, but you need to file your paperwork no matter what.
Get something done,
Absolutely.
at least something. All right. And I've seen some reports of an increase in returns, a decrease in audits. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, the IRS has had budget constraints, so they're doing less physical audits. But I would caution taxpayers, the correspondence audits, or those letters in the mail that says, hey, we have a question or we have a request. Don't ignore those. There are more than those than ever. There's millions of those coming out. So if you get one of those, see your tax pro or see whoever you go to and say, do I have to respond to this? What is this? Because it will not go away, and there are a lot more of those. So correspondence audits up, in-person audits less. Maybe that's good, but it's still something you have to deal with.
I know one year I had a last-minute nightmare, and I thought I had it under control. I waited, till the last day, and then I got stuck on a form at like 3 p.m.
Right.
Today, if people find as the day goes on, they just truly need some help. Do you have some advice as to
Well,
where
there's
people
lots
can
of
go?
help out there. Jackson Hewitt's got more hours, more people than ever. I mean, it's kind of our time, right? So your favorite tax pro, I confidently will say, have extended hours. A lot of online help available on websites like ours and others if you want to find a form or have a question asked. Picking up and calling, probably not your best option, but there are lots of resources available in Sarasota, St. Pete, Tampa, and across the country, really.
So it's okay to walk into an office with the stuff in my hand at 4 o'clock today and say, please help me.
If I leave you with no other message, I promise you, my boss and other bosses will say, you told them not to come in. No, we have extra people. This is our time, right? I mean, this is what tax, if your tax people won't see you, you probably don't have the right tax people.
Right.
So,
well, and then sometimes people fear to go forward with their taxes because they feel that they can't pay for their taxes. What do you suggest for that?
Big mistake, big mistake. File the paperwork, even if you can't pay what's on your balance due. And the good news is 7 out of 10 people get a refund. So a lot of our clients come in and say, oh, I'm going to owe this year. Happen to find out they're getting a refund. I know you said perhaps not for you, but for many others, it's a refund tax code. But the point is simply this: if you can't pay, you can go on an installment. There's installment agreements for the IRS. If you owe less than $50,000, it's automatic. You have to apply. Your tax pro can help you with that. A little harder to navigate yourself. But even if you can't pay, you can still send in your paperwork, and that gets half the penalty off the table right away.
Oh, that's good.
Failure to file, big penalty. Failure to pay, a separate penalty. Put them together and don't send anything in.
Bad day.
You're going to have a headache because they will find you.
All right. Thank you, Mark Stever from Jackson Hewitt.
So
the bottom line is today, you've got to get something filed.
Yes.
So today's the day.